DC Nation, what is up? We're back with another video, and today I'm going to give you my top 5 favorite current DC comics out right now. Because DC Comics, the publisher, is in a really weird state right now. They're doing events back to back, like we got Dark Crisis, and we're probably gonna have another event written by Jeff Johns in like a year. I'm ready to talk all about the whole problem with DC events right now at the end of the video, but right now I want to give some positivity. I want to recommend to you guys 5 titles, 5 ongoing series that have been great so far. Like, the writers doing a great job, the artists are doing a great job. It's an overall good product. If you're a DC fan, you should be checking out these comics. So starting out at number 5, I got for you guys Ram V's Detective Comics. Now, Ram V has been in the industry a good while. Like, he's been writing DC Comics for a couple years now, probably actually longer. Like, he did a great run on Justice League Dark, a great run on Catwoman, but he's finally moved on to Batman. Now, not the main Batman style, but Detective Comics, and he's been on Detective Comics for like 3 issues now, and his story is really interesting. It has like a gothic feel to it. It's called Gotham Nocturne Overture. That's what the storyline's called. We got Two-Face involved, Solid Al Ghul. We got Batman just struggling. We got mentions of Barbados, however you pronounce that name. And just the gothic feel, the artwork by Raphael Albuquerque is really good, the pacing's down, and yeah, I just really been enjoying this comic so far. If you like Detective Comics, if you like Batman, then I highly recommend Ram V's run on Detective Comics right now. Now, coming in at number 4, I got for you guys Tom Taylor's Nightwing. Now, Tom Taylor has been writing Nightwing for over a year now, I believe. Actually, a little longer, like maybe a year and a half. Somewhere between there, like 1 year and a year and a half. And it's been focusing on Nightwing and Batgirl, Barbara Gordon and Dick Grayson's relationship. We got Blockbuster as the villain, Heartless. The artwork by Bruno Redondo is phenomenal. Some of the best in the industry, like really good, guys. And the story is really good as well. Like, we got a lot of cameos from other DC heroes, Wally West the Flash, the Titans, and there's even like one issue that the artwork, it just gets to be shown so well. Like, it's just a full issue of just Nightwing trying to save his dog, and that issue is more great because of the artwork. And I will say that Tom Taylor's run, it started out well, but it was really held up by the artwork. But recently, with the end of the Battle for the Hearts of Bloodhaven storyline ending, it's made me realize that, okay, that was all set up, but now Tom Taylor is really showing how great of a writer he is. Like, he's done some great DC comics. DCEASED is up there, like Injustice, but this might be my favorite one yet. So yeah, if you like Nightwing, if you just like a really good story, then I highly recommend Tom Taylor's Nightwing. Now, coming in at number 3, I got for you guys Chip Zdarsky's Batman. Yep, a Batman title, the main Batman title, written by Chip Zdarsky, who also wrote the amazing Daredevil comic at Marvel. And yeah, this run so far, it's only like 4 issues in, but it's amazing. It has phenomenal artwork by Jorge Jimenez. Jorge Jimenez, in my opinion, is the best artist currently in the industry, so I'm loving his artwork here. There's a lot of action. We got the Batman of Zur-En-Arrh in there. We got Superman showing up. We got the Justice League involved. We got a very formidable villain, Failsafe. We got Batman and Tim Drake Robin teaming up. Tim Drake is actually written well here, where he's written terribly in other DC comics. But yeah, if you like Batman, if you like Tim Drake, if you like the Justice League, if you like amazing artwork, if you just like DC comics in general, then I highly recommend Chip Zdarsky's Batman. Now, coming in at number 2, barely missing the top spot, but still a really good series right now, Jeremy Adams' The Flash. Guys, I love Wally West the Flash. The run by Mark Waid from the 80s is phenomenal, and it's been a while since we've had good Wally West content. Now, here comes Jeremy Adams. He took up the Flash title, the main Flash title, and it's all about Wally West and his family teaming up, going up against villains. There's a lot of action, good storytelling, out-of-the-box ideas, and there's a bunch of artists that interchange between the issues, but every single artist on this run are really good. But yeah, respect to Jeremy Adams. I really appreciate him. He's a great writer, and it's just cool to see Wally West finally in the forefront and having a good Flash story about him after so many years of neglect. Now, coming in at number 1, my favorite current DC Comics series, Batman Superman World's Finest. Should this really be a surprise? It's written by Mark Waid, one of my favorite writers, and it has Dan Mora, one of my favorite artists. Like, Dan Mora and Jorge Jimenez, they're at the top for me. Like, I think Jorge Jimenez is a little better. I like his style more, but Dan Mora, amazing art. Like, I would actually want to see Dan Mora do some animation. Like, imagine Dan Mora's artwork in an animated form. Dude, that would be so dope. But aside from the phenomenal animation, we also have a really good story that brings Batman and Superman back to like the Silver Age vibe. Like the first arc where they go up against the Devil Nesna and you got Doom Patrol involved. There's a lot of action, back-to-back adrenaline. Like guys, when I read the first 5 issues, I was invested. Batman and Superman are written so well, and Dick Grayson, Robin, Kara Zor-El, Supergirl, they're actually given some great things to do. Like, they're involved a lot. There's even an issue number 6, that focuses on Dick Grayson traveling through time, and it's amazing. And by the way, the new arc, the second arc that's currently running, you got Superman getting a sidekick named Boy Thunder, and I'm just gonna say, the first issue of that arc is sad, and it hit me, guys. Like, it's so emotional, but it also has some kind of optimism to it. Like, this series has a lot of emotional moments and it hits you in the feels sometimes, but it always remains an optimistic tone, which that's what I love about it. Comics like this, about Batman, Superman, my favorite heroes, should have a level of optimism. It shouldn't always be about deconstruction of superheroes. That's something I don't really like about the comic book industry right now in terms of movies, TV shows, and even the comics. It really feels like a lot of writers just focusing on the deconstruction of heroes, not trying to show why we love these heroes. And I feel like Mark Waid's World's Finest series really shows that. It shows why we love Batman and Superman, and that's why it gets the #1 spot to me. If you guys haven't checked out those comics, I definitely recommend them. Check them out, go to your local comic shop, support the comic industry, like where it counts, alright? Check out the good comics, not the ones that are like, eh. Like, I feel like a lot of DC comics right now, the ongoing series are weak. That's why I don't do a lot of comic videos anymore, because a lot of the comics are just rushed, and they're not really good in my opinion. But as I've shown in this video, there's still some great comics. Like, I don't feel like DC Comics, yeah, it's in a weird state, but it's not in the worst state it's ever been. There's still some comics you could get and enjoy. For example, Detective Comics, Nightwing, Batman, The Flash, and World's Finest. And to mention actually some limited series, Dark Knights of Steel, Batman the Knights, also DC's War of the Undead Gods. Guys, that latest issue, alright, this is gonna be a spoiler real quick for issue #2 of DC's 3. I'll give you a second if you haven't read it. Alright, I'm gonna say, Darkseid becomes a Yellow Lantern. Guys, I was so hyped when that happened, but yeah, those are 3 limited series that I really like right now. So, I gave you guys 5 ongoing and 3 limited series that you should be checking out. Now, let's talk about the problem with DC events right now. Currently going on, we got Dark Crisis, written by Joshua Williamson. Now, Joshua Williamson is a great writer. He wrote one of my favorite Flash runs of all time. He wrote a great Robin series focusing on Damian Wayne that unfortunately got cut short at issue #17. And Dark Crisis, I was excited for. but so far is not lived up to its expectations. Like, it's not been that good. The artwork by Daniel Sampere is good, but the pace of the story, and it just feels like it's really backed up by editorial. Like, it's just, Josh Williamson is writing the book, but is this really his story he wants to tell? It feels like they're just forcing ideas. Okay, the Justice League died. They're about to return in the newest issue. I think the newest issue came out today or yesterday. So yeah, the Justice League have been reborn. The stakes are trying to be high, but they're not really. Pariah, he could be a good villain, but he's not written well here. And the new Justice League, led by Jonathan Kent, is not well realized at all. Black Adam is just being forced in the forefront because he's got a movie coming up, which I'm excited for that movie. Expect my review coming out at the end of the month. I'm excited for it. I'm excited for The Rock's Black Adam. And Black Adam had a good part at the beginning of Dark Crisis, but now it just feels like he's being forced in there. Same goes for Deathstroke. Like, Deathstroke was so cool in Deathstroke Inc. and a little bit Shadow War, but then at the end of Shadow War and now in this new Dark Crisis event, he's just a pawn to the Great Darkness. And the Great Darkness could have been a really cool villain from Alan Moore's Swamp Thing, but this whole event just feels rushed. Like, the Great Darkness isn't fully realized, and the Empty Hand, Eclipso, they're not even really shown right now. They're probably just gonna show up at the very end to add more villains, add more conflict that doesn't really feel earned. And yeah, I'm just not really digging Dark Crisis right now. I hope it has a good conclusion. Actually, to make it worse, Flashpoint Beyond, written by Jeff Johns, issue number 5, which came out I think last month, spoiled the ending of Dark Crisis. The Justice League return, they beat the Great Darkness, everything goes back to normal, and he even talks in Flashpoint Beyond how, oh, all these events are happening, and they don't really matter, but everything matters. I hate that. Like, okay, the last big DC event we had that I actually fully enjoyed, and I felt like actually had stakes, was Dark Knight's Metal. Now, okay, Justice Doom War was pretty good, but it was cut short. So yeah, Dark Knight's Metal, that was the last one that felt really good and ended on a great note and pushed the DC Universe in a great direction. We then had Death Metal, which was not that good. It did not live up to expectations. It was all over the place. And now we got Dark Crisis a year and a half after Death Metal, like so close together. And I was kind of excited because the Great Darkness being the main villain is an interesting idea. But so far, not a good story. And now we got Jeff Johns returning with Flashpoint Beyond, and I was actually enjoying Flashpoint Beyond. It was just a self-contained story of Thomas Wayne trying to catch this Clockwork Killer, but then it was revealed that the Clockwork Killer is Martha Wayne's Joker. And I was like, man, I was hoping they wouldn't go that direction. Make it even worse, then they said the Joker's real name, and then they started talking, well, Jeff Johns started talking about a Time Master War, which was teased in Doomsday Clock, and now that's probably going to be the next big DC event, which I bet will start at the beginning of next year, not even a year after the finish of Dark Crisis. So we're just getting events after events, and they don't mean anything anymore. And the label, everything matters, no, everything don't matter, obviously. Like, it's just, they're not really trying, like, they're not really focusing. They're just making every event a cash grab, and I don't like that. So yeah, the DC events right now, not really good. The overall continuity is all over the place. I will say, the recent Batman vs. Robin series, it brought back, spoiler, I'm gonna say a spoiler right now. I'll give you a sec if you haven't read that issue, because it's only like a month old, so I'll give you a chance to leave. Alright, so the spoiler is Alfred is back. Yeah, Alfred, he's been dead for 3 years, got killed by Bane in Tom King's Batman run. Now he's finally back, and I really like that. That's the one good thing with the DC continuity right now. The rest of it is all over the place. It doesn't make sense. But yeah, guys, that's enough of my rants. I just wanted to talk about that. I just want to say I don't really like the direction of DC right now in terms of the events, but I can at least enjoy certain ongoing series, the ones that I recommend to you guys. But yeah, that's going to wrap up this video. I just wanted to make this video, give my overall thoughts on DC Comics, the publisher right now, because I haven't talked about any of the DC Comics in a couple months, and I didn't want to leave you guys hanging. But some of your thoughts on DC Comics in general right now, like what's your favorite ongoing series, what's your favorite limited series, what do you think about Flashpoint Beyond and Dark Crisis? Are you excited for another event written by Jeff Johns? Actually, I'll say one thing I am excited for that includes Jeff Johns. JSA. The JSA are getting an ongoing series after so many years, finally in November, and I'm stoked for that. I actually may do some videos on that. So yeah, I'm excited for Jeff Johns to bring back the JSA. I'm just not excited for his event that he's trying to build. Like, DC does not need another event right now. Do you agree with me? Tell me down below. But yeah, guys, if you like the video, give me a thumbs up. New to make sure to subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on my next DC Comics video. And yeah, thanks for watching, and peace out.